Referee Sean Smith told a pool reporter, guys, that Wentz was a runner, did not give himself up. We saw incidental helmet contact, and in our judgment, we didn't rule that to be a foul. These things are kind of, you look at it and you get a reaction. To me, that looks like a penalty. What do you guys think?
Yeah, it does look like a penalty. I mean, it's a blow. Look, player safety is what's at the forefront of everything as far as rule changes are concerned. Right. Player safety. Okay, so you can take a shot to the back of the head like that. One, that's just flat out dangerous. Two, they've been trying to protect quarterbacks and keep them in the game because they materially affect the quality of play on the football field. And three, you see what it did to this game and what it did to this football team, and you just feel bad for Carson overall, because this is a guy who literally put this entire franchise on his back over the past couple of weeks and did some things, quite honestly, people didn't think he was going to be able to do. When you throw for 4,000 yards in a season and you don't have a single receiver catch over 500 yards worth of passes, you're doing some work. And under the most extreme of pressurized circumstances. So you just feel bad personally for the guy, you feel bad for the football team, and you feel bad for this kind of play is something now that we're discussing.
And I absolutely agree with Lewis. You feel bad for all those parties, mainly Carson Wentz. But when I look at the play, I agree with the referees and the officials. I believe it was incidental helmet contact, and he was also a runner. And so I think you have to look at Carson Wentz, especially with the way we now have quarterbacks playing this game like Deshaun Watson and Lamar Jackson and Carson Wentz, these dudes who can make plays outside the pocket. Right there, I believe that Jadeveon Clowney is just trying to finish the play. And in the end, we can't start officiating or finding the results. It's a terrible result. I think it made the game a lot different than it would have been. It made the game less exciting than we thought it would be coming in. But I don't believe that the intent was to hurt there. I don't believe that he was a defenseless football player, and so that call couldn't be made.
Yeah, I don't believe Jadeveon tried to hurt him either. It's just the fact that, look, we've seen quarterbacks be afforded some protection, maybe even when the rules say you aren't, necessarily afforded protection. And when someone takes a shot to the back of the head like that, again, if player safety truly is what we're after, that's what I'm saying. I'm not necessarily worried about the results per se as far as if you should throw the flag or not. It's just kind of how the play unfolded. Look, I don't think anybody goes out there, none of us really went out there to try and knock somebody out by giving them a headshot. I mean, the game has changed significantly. Yes. And look, Jadeveon's one of those guys who plays the game viciously, but I believe he plays the game fairly. It's just, in this kind of instance, I mean, it's a subjective situation. It really is. That's wrapped around a lot of emotion because the team got knocked out. So
I thought it seemed like an old school spearing play from the 70s. I thought he had time not to. We're done here now? Okay.
I just think, though, I mean, we're saying like old school spear. I've been in those positions. That's not a spear. That's not me going face down into a guy.
Helmet, right?
That's not. But he's turned to the side this way. And I've had this conversation with many appeals people when making plays across the middle of the field where I'm trying to lead and hit a guy with my shoulder, and anatomically, physically, my helmet is going to be in front of him. If he dies flat at Carson Wentz with his helmet down, with his eyes down to the ground, it's a different thing than being turned this way, Carson Wentz helmet connecting with his on the side. I think it's a different thing.
This is where we're at in today's game. This is where we're at.
Hi everyone, thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports, more analysis, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+. We'll see you there.